Hey everybody, Chuck Barone. Thursday, May the 11th, 2023. Big day, lots of news today, guys. The market just keeps on trucking, doesn't it? But before we get rolling here, let me welcome everybody to the show. Thank you guys for your support, for watching the videos, and being here every day for us. We appreciate you guys. All right, so let's look at these markets today. So we had a lot of data coming, we knew was coming. Unemployment and PPI, both actually going the Fed's way. You would think the market would react in a positive way, did not. Market's actually not having a very good day at all today. You got more bank trouble, Disney earnings cratering, streaming looks like it's not going to work so much, too much competition. So now I guess we're going to focus on something else. Market's tanking, Dow down 221 points, 33,309. The S&P down 7 points, 4130. The NASDAQ actually eking out a gain at the very end of the day, up 22 points to 12,328. So really a big nothing burger on these indexes today. I think the market just, there's no certainty, there's no real direction. Everything's mixed. You get a little bit of good news, you get a little bit of bad news. Just doesn't seem like things are working very well right now. In the bond market today, again, more uncertainty here, so everything mixed. You got the 10-year dropping by 4 basis points to 3.40%. You got the 2-year basically unchanged at 3.90%. So you still got the inversion, but you got it, it's just kind of weird. It's narrowing, and it's just, I mean, these rates look pretty good considering the overnight rate is over 5%, right? The dollar today, with the news, surprisingly, because you would think that the news that we got would signal pause or pivot, the dollar rallies up over 102 again, 102.08, dollar looking strong. As a result, metals having not such a great day today. Gold down 16 bucks, $2,013.80 per ounce. Silver taking a hit today, down $1.22 per ounce at $24.14. It's breaking significantly below the $25 number we're looking for. I still think these numbers are pretty strong, all things considered. I think next week you'll see silver back above 25 bucks, and you'll see gold rally continuing. What really changed? Just one day, that's all. The oil market today down $1.11 per barrel, $71.45 for West Texas Intermediate, right where we expect it to be, between 70 and 75 bucks. Bitcoin today down $954, 26,896 on Bitcoin. Not a lot of news today to really move Bitcoin, at least nothing I've seen, but still holding a pretty strong number. Would like to see a little bit of a rally. It's been kind of sitting and drifting to the downside. Need a little bit of a rally in Bitcoin to get everybody perked back up. All right, so news you guys need today. We knew today was going to be a big data day. So first we get the unemployment numbers first thing in the morning. Coming in 264,000, pretty big spike. They were forecasting 245,000. We all know that this is the biggest Fed target. They want to get unemployment a little bit higher, take some of the heat off this jobs market and wage gains. This is the highest number for unemployment claims since October of 2021. It looks like the trend now changing to higher numbers every week when they report. We'll see if this is this certainly gives the Fed a little bit of breathing room. They want to get it to 270 to 300 range per week. That would show a deterioration in the job market. That's where they want to be. So now they're getting closer and closer to that number. So the Fed getting a little bit of a benefit now. They can look forward to possibly their pause, and I think that's looking more and more likely. PPI. We also got that information today. PPI coming down pretty dramatically, guys. A big surprise here. Coming in at 2.3% for April. 10th straight month of falling numbers. This is the lowest it's been since January of 2021. We know, and I've been telling you guys on the show, the PPI is a big leading indicator. It's going to give you an idea of where the CPI is going to be in the near future. A big surprise to the downside, man. PPI was high last month, really cratering. Now they're saying it's supply chain. They're saying that their manufacturers and wholesalers getting everything back in order. I don't know, man. I don't think that they're going to give up these fat profits they've been making to help inflation come down, guys. So up 2.3 on the PPI, signaling probably lower CPI numbers coming in the future. Now, these two combined certainly give the Fed all the wiggle room they need. I think it's probably more likely now that they will pause in June. I was feeling pretty bearish up until this data coming along. It looks like everything going the Fed's way. They've been wanting this recession. They've been wanting to kind of, they always talk about this soft landing stuff where you're going to get rate, shrinkage in the money supply. You're going to get higher interest rates and all the stuff the Fed is doing, and somehow not have a recession. That hardly ever happens, guys. So, well, we'll see where it goes now. Interesting, the banking crisis keeps getting worse. PacWest today having a really difficult day. Its shares down 23% today, down more than 40% so far this month. We're reading that their customers pulled $1.5 billion in deposits from the bank last week. Now, the PacWest has put up more money with the Fed to keep liquidity there. They're claiming they have more liquidity than they have deposits that could possibly be pulled. We'll see if that's true or not, if they can weather the storm. Short sellers having a field day with this, and I'm sure other regional banks too. I was reading they said short sellers have made more than $123 million shorting PacWest stock alone. So good for these short sellers. I guess somebody has to make money in a terrible market, right? So banking woes continuing to get worse. This is all now. And see, the truth of the matter is, it's the high rates that have been killing these banks. So another indicator again that the Fed will likely pause their rate increases. We'll see if it works. 5.1%. You got 4.9% CPI numbers. It's a pretty narrow difference there. We'll see if it's enough to bring inflation closer to their target. So that leads us to the big question of the day, guys. So what do you guys think? Is it going to be a pause? Is the Fed going to wait in June and kind of, see where things go, see how inflation goes over the summer, June, July, August, maybe with something happening, in September? We already know the market has an 80% chance of the Fed cutting rates later this year. Well, if the Fed continues to get their way with the data, if the economy looks like it's really going to start to crater, the Fed is going to want to prop this economy up at all costs during an election year. They don't want to be, recessions in election years are really tough because it kills the incumbent party. So that would put big pressure on Biden's re-election campaign if he ends up actually following through with it. Crazy times, my friends, in these markets. I tell you guys what I've been telling you all along. A lot of people kind of poke fun at my methods. I'm an old school guy, but is it really old school to save money? I would think that that's kind of new school too. It's kind of always forever school. If you bring money in, you should try to hold on to some of it. I guess the new school stuff is, what do you do with that money? What I've been telling you guys, and if you've been paying attention, you've been doing okay, is if you have money to invest that money very conservatively. Stay away from bonds and bond funds. You don't want to be near those with rates going up, right? Look for preferred stocks. Look for utilities. Look for, pharma. Look for defense. The stuff that's not going away. Consumer non-durable, soaps and foods, stuff like that. those stocks usually pay pretty nice dividends, so you got a little bit of income as well as a little bit of stability in these volatile markets, right? We've been telling you guys to trim your debt up. If you started doing that last year when we started this blog, you know, and you've cut back some debt, you're saving yourself some money right now, because new debt and even carrying old debt is much more expensive than it was just a year ago, right? You know, we've been telling you guys to be careful the way you spend your money, to be prudent, thoughtful. You know, there's nothing wrong with spending money. You have to take care of your business and live a life. You have to pay your bills and spend money, and you know, you have to have some pleasure in this life, right? You have to have new clothes occasionally and new cars and new everythings occasionally, right? But just do it thoughtfully, guys. You know, try to be careful of the impulse stuff. That's typically where you're going to get in trouble with debt. You know, be thoughtful the way you're spending your money, and I think you'll be okay. You know, this recession, you know, it's gonna be. We'll see who the big victims usually are. It's always us working people, though. You know, the rich people are going to get richer. The poor people are always going to have their handouts, and we're the middle class, the working people in this country. We're going to get the bill for all of it. We already can anticipate that. With job cuts looming, we know that some people in our group and working people are going to lose their jobs. So having that cushion, having that money put away is going to help you. You know, it's like we said in the very first one, right? You have to put together the number we've been using, and really not a very gigantic number, is $25,000. You want to have $25,000 in your FU account. That's the way I label it, just in case you got to tell the boss FU, right? You want my mentor, the smartest guy I ever knew with money, told me, if you're living your life correctly, if you're living your life proper, you should never have a problem that $25,000 won't get you through. I think that still goes, you know. Unless you have big legal or medical issues, $25,000 will probably get you through your issue. If it's unemployment for a short term, it's simple illness, medical, not something catastrophic. So these are simple, basic things, but they're simple and basic, that's true. But that doesn't make them ineffective. That doesn't mean it's not the best strategy right now. You know, if you're a real trader and you're in this market every day, you know, maybe my message isn't the right one for you, right? But if you're just a regular guy with a 401k and some savings and, you know, a house and a family, this is the blog you want to be on, because you're going to get the fundamentals dialed in. And once you got that and you're living in surplus, it's amazing the opportunities that just always seem to come your way. Anyway, guys, short video today. We appreciate your support as always. If you like what you're hearing, please hit the like button. It changes the algorithm. It helps the show. Ask questions in the comments. I will be in the comment section today for a while. If you haven't already, please subscribe. If you have subscribed, check your notifications. Make sure you're getting notified of our videos every day. Looks like YouTube not liking my message as much as they used to. So they kind of haven't been making our videos available. That's why we appreciate you guys doing what you do every day. We'll be back tomorrow to wrap up this week. Hopefully we'll have a nice, happy finish this week. I doubt it, but we'll see. And it seems like I've been off lately. I thought the news today would have a positive on the market. It didn't work out that way. But anyway, back tomorrow, wrap up the week. We look forward to it, and we appreciate your guys' time. Until tomorrow then.